I'm very excited for today because we're doing a very highly anticipated analysis of the warning. Daryl and Valeria have been suggesting this now for a while and really passionately. And when something's suggested with that passion, you just know it's going to be good. So I know it's going to be good. So I have to watch them in a specific order, apparently. No! Teeny weeny bambinis! That bass is as big as that little chica. I guess they're all going to sing. They've all got mics. I don't think the drummer's... Oh, she has! The drummer's got a mic. Let's bloody go. I can't wait for this. Oh God, they're so cute. Oh! Her little face is so into it. She's like, you can tell she's so into it, but she's trying to hold back a little bit. The bass player. Oh, she's adorable. Oh, look at the rock star stance. Are they sisters? Did I read that they're sisters? It would make sense if they are. Yeah! Get out. Oh, God. Obviously she's young, and you can see how she's tried to manipulate her voice to make it sound darker, and it's all to do with larynx placement. The larynx placement can be accessed via the tongue. If you just push your tongue down, if we keep that low tongue as like a default position, we're gonna just get a naturally darker sound as opposed to I don't know the words to this song. Yeah, she's fabulous. The drummer is just, they're all fabulous. I'm not going to continue to single them out. I'm equally impressed by all of them. Sisters 9, 12 and 14. Oh, wow. It's too much because I love this sort of defiance of stereotype. They're not even got the metal outfits on. It just looks like their mum picked them up from school. They've had a little Capri Sun and a yogurt, and they've gone in the back room and just started playing a Metallica cover like flawlessly. It doesn't get much better than that, does it? Oh God, I love it. I love it. Hey girl, what that tongue do? It changes pitch. Well, it changes pitch, sure, but it mostly changes formant. I know that was a sexual joke. I just let's make sure it's a correct sexual joke. Great coming through. Yeah, you see the drummer really elongating the jaw there. Good. Orange sponsored this. The sound is dialed in really, really well. It's really, really mixed well. She's doing her thing down there with the mixing, the little foot mixer situation. But obviously they didn't probably mix it themselves. I mean, I don't know that much about guitar technique, obviously, at all. But it sounded bloody fantastic, didn't it? The timing and the tone, I'm floored. I'm floored by the multi-talentedness. You know the thing about the jaw as well? I mentioned how they're dropping the jaw to make the formant of their voice sound lower. When people have got a musical ear, they sometimes do things like this by accident, like they experiment and play around, and then all of a sudden they get something that sounds closer to it, and then there you go, they practice it. Whenever people have like accidentally good vocal technique, which is pretty common, it's usually a case of this trial and error based on their acute hearing abilities. So yeah. Ah, Whiskey Jacket. Well, this makes me never want to pick up a guitar again. The child is better than I will ever be. This should inspire you to pick up a guitar. If you look at these beautiful children here, they are definitely not the poster children of metal, are they? Yet they're enjoying it obviously very much, and they're very good at it because they're so aligned. They've got each other to support them, and they're just doing their thing regardless of what anyone thinks. There's one reason to be inspired by them. The other reason you should be inspired by them is their children, which means this girl, the guitarist, she's only been alive for 14 years. So she obviously doesn't have decades and decades of experience, yet she's super good. So with your adult brain full of wisdom and discipline, you could achieve phenomenal things. I know there's a lot about neuroplasticity in children. When we're growing up, our little brain signals that travel around, they get covered in this thing called a myelin sheath, and therefore they're insulated. So that's why children are better at learning things like music and language. We used to think that after our frontal lobe is developed, by the time we're 25, that's it, we're f***ed. But it's not actually true. You can improve at any age. New research, I've been reading about it recently. So there you go. Pick up your guitar and stop being a negative Nelly. Otherwise, I'll scratch your eyebrow. Wah, wah, wah! Oh, it's too cute. Oh, God, I really want to hear that again. That was too cute. Help. This grounding posture she's doing. Nice! Her voice has got better as it's gone on. Saying never end. She's doing like this ra, which is obviously commonly used in Spanish, which I assume if they're Mexican, obviously Spanish is their native language. We get a little bit of a boost. Da. It's like a tiny little duh sound that will project that end a little bit stronger. Never end, as opposed to never end. So impressive, obviously, if they're singing in their second language as well. Yeah, that was so cute. I'm excited to hear the next one because I'm assuming what you have cheekily done there with these suggestions is put this one first, so it's like their introduction. And now we're going to grow up and show everyone that we're not just cute, we're also fabulous because we grew up and practiced. So let's see. Right, here we go then. Are you ready for this? That was a boring intro. Oh, crikey. Look at them! Look, they made it! Oh! Oh my God, that looks so different. Oh! Ah! No way! This is so weird. Oh, but you can tell it's her because the... Oh! Oh my God, this is just, I can't even focus on it. I'm just too like, I'm too proud of them. I've known them for like 3 minutes and I'm like, just like all of the pride I would have had for them that would have been dispersed over a natural amount of time in their growing up hood. It's just all exploding at once and I can't handle it. It's just like, it's like a fairy tale. It's like these amazing, talented, pure, beautiful group of people who love each other, do their thing, and then they keep going, and then they keep going, and it works. It's just like, oh my God, I'm so silly. I'm going to have a jelly sweet to calm down. I don't ask much of Daphne, but I do ask her to emotionally support me in my times of patheticness. Right, anyway, sorry about that. No further comment for now. Let's just keep going. Look at them. They're so bloody brilliant. They're like an explosion of excellence. Whoa, nice! Oh, wow. Okay, right, so what's so beautiful and poetic about this, there's a gazillion things, but you see the drummer, when she was a teeny weeny bambini, she did a lot of mouth movements, so she's already been doing this for a while, this to make her voice sound lower, but she's really capitalized on it, and as her voice has grown and got stronger and naturally lower, she's using it not now to really alter the formant of her voice, but to project the natural voice that she already has. Huge. And yes, it makes a huge difference if you make a big sound like this in a small mouth. A, it doesn't sound like anything big, and B, it's actually dangerous. You are confining your voice and it's going to build up so much pressure that eventually it's going to make you cough. So is really good. And now a narrow big mouth is the one we want. You can't just have any old random big mouth. You can't have a wide big mouth. Is tight, and that's going to constrict it as well. Is a much better vowel, because if you imagine that your vocal tract is like a lovely tube, if you go it's going to squeeze that tube. If we want to project the most, we need to make sure that the tube is allowed to be tubey. Now their voice is naturally lower. As we grow, the vocal folds get longer, and anything that's longer makes a lower pitch naturally. As well, now they're not trying to impersonate anyone. I assume this is their own original song. So they've now entered a phase of their musicianship where they've got license to sound like them. They've obviously used a little bit of that darkness because it suits the song, but it isn't as manipulated as it was before, just because they don't need it now. And so now she's free to do more fancy stuff, like obviously this little bit of distortion, which was really bloody well done. You can see inside her mouth, and that's always a nice learning opportunity when we can look inside a brilliant singer's mouth. As far in as they let you go, really, it's good. And I like to take that to extremes and look at videos of the inside of people's throat, but I understand that's not for everyone. The bassist, obviously she seemed to be like the least confident singer when she was little, but she's actually got a really good role in this. It seems like she's doing the low singing and she's playing the low instrument. Her body language is just, I mean, it's as rock star as you get. She's really jumped both feet into her lane here, and it is just overwhelming to watch. Yeah. There she goes! Oh, they were knowing the song. Okay, absolutely spectacular. But before we go into it, let's just have a look at this absolute beautiful beastly human on the drums here. Yeah, you can't do a quiet version of that. She starts it in mode 2. And that gives us a really clear idea about the actual technique that she's using. Funnily enough, this is pretty close to what I would call a native scream or an organic scream. Like if you were genuinely terrified and you were like, yeah! When most of us scream, especially females, you would usually start the scream in mode 2. If you're screaming, you're in terror, which means that your body is tight and stiff. And mode 2 requires stiff vocal folds. She's doing this. Exercising the demons. With stiff vocal folds and a lot of breath pressure, she's just letting it go. Is this safe? I hear you cry. Depends. If you do it for a long time, no. But because it's got that mode 2 foundation, it's probably more safe than if you were to try and push it through mode 1. Ah! You've got a lot of mass there that you're flapping around. I mean, this is an absolute fairy tale, spellbinding, magical situation. Everything that is them. It's beautiful to see how they prioritize the music first. They're so musically motivated, and you can tell that from the amount of work they would have had to put in to do such a tight, well-executed performance at such a young age. Whenever you watch a performer that's aligned with what they're doing and it really means something to them and they're ignited by it, you just can't help but feel it. If you care about something enough, and if you believe in yourself enough, and you believe in your ability to improve, people are going to notice. Talent is just the spark, and you need the spark to start the fire, but the spark is not the fire. You, the rubbing, and your determination and your passion and energy, that's the fire. I just love them. That's one of the most wonderful things I've ever seen. Like those 2 videos back to back. It's just so pure, and it's everything that I believe in. So, Jesus, yeah, that was amazing. Thank you.